Yeah, I didn't think too much of it when I was seeing it today, but I seen Teofimo Lopez's skills being compared to Canelo earlier today. And I'm just thinking to myself, am I surprised by this? Nah, not really. I seen a couple of weeks ago, everybody was comparing Canelo's skills to other people, people changing picks. So this doesn't really surprise me as far as Teofimo Lopez bringing up Canelo's name right now, especially in the middle of his live. Caught me off guard a little bit. But I'm definitely not surprised. I think after the situation with Teofimo, where Eddie Reynoso didn't work with him as far as the fight. I mean, at the end of the day, Eddie Reynoso had a lot going on anyways, if you really think about it. He already had Jaime Munguia over there. I mean, it was possible because Turkey Al-Sheikh, well, he flew from over here to over there, but so it was definitely possible for all that, but I knew something was gonna come out of it though, as far as something like what he said. Yeah, I was surprised by what he said though. Definitely wasn't surprised. That's boxing, These guys have grown up, basically doing things like they did before. Take shots at people or start certain things. So some things aren't a surprise to me. But Teofimo Lopez basically comparing his skills to Canelo as far as Canelo not being able to cut out the ring. To be honest with you, I haven't heard too many boxers talk about this subject. That's the reason why it's a big deal. I would say it's a lot of people who are fans with Canelo and Teofimo that would definitely, I can already tell, disagree with Teofimo by him saying that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would disagree with him on that situation. But in my opinion, like I said before during the fight, you already know how I feel as far as everything going on. He already said it hurts as far as not working with Canelo Alvarez and everything else, and them kind of turning away at the last minute. But him dissing him, it makes sense, man. It makes sense. They throwing T.O. under the bus now, though. Now everybody like, hey, nobody likes this guy now. Cause I didn't see the reaction till right now. I wanted to wait till I got on here. Somebody called T.O. the B word. Dang. The last fans that T.O. had just turned on him. And I ain't even being funny, I'm for real. I'm looking at it right now. Said Canelo has to cut off a ring off on a lot of running boxes. You have not ever This might be the best thing I ever seen. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They on here calling T.O. a bum. Dang, you got the Mexicans calling him a racist now because of Canelo stuff. Yeah, it's the last straw right here for Buddy. Yeah, I wanted to wait till I actually got on live, but they definitely turned on him. I think it's official as far as for Teofimo Lopez. Bro, you can officially say they turned on you. That comment section is insane. I can't even pull it up. I want to. Yeah, but is he getting the pass on saying this right now? Nah, I mean openly he will. Openly he'll get a pass, but they just gonna indirectly not support it because he's not really bringing anything to the table. But it's some other stuff that I got coming out later too that I want to talk about. It's a lot more serious than this. I don't know if I'm gonna put it out open yet, but we'll see. But I'm surprised ain't nobody talking about this. This should have been the first thing people should have been talking about. We got Teofimo Lopez going at Canelo as far as him not being able to cut off the ring. Oh, that's the last person you would have thought that would have said that, man. That's an ally saying that. Yeah, that's not good. There's a lot of people trashing Canelo right now. A ton of people could trash Canelo. I haven't said anything about Canelo. I kept it. See, I keep it so real. I have said the same exact thing I have said over and over again. Same exact thing. Every time. With that whole Canelo situation, Teofimo like, oh yeah. See, that's the thing about it. People feel like, oh, well, Teofimo, he gets disrespectful, and I ain't hear nobody calling Teofimo the GOAT. I heard dudes yesterday talking about he the GOAT. After everything he said, he the GOAT. But with Canelo, oh, nah, man, we can't. I can roll with you when you disrespected everybody else. But when you disrespect Canelo, nah. You see how they do? Now they posting pictures of him getting punched in the face by Cambosis. Let me show y'all what they posting the Teofimo Lopez. That's insane. I bet he at home right now like, why are they doing this? The man don't know Canelo fans yet, do he? Look at this. They posted a picture of Cambosis and Teofimo Lopez. That's hilarious. Well, yeah, they definitely turned on him, though. He said the Canelo team don't want Teofimo. It's whatever the champ wants. It's about Canelo. I don't want to be heavy, flat-footed. Planted feet anyways. I'm a boxer. Let me see if I can get the video for y'all and play it real quick. Cause yeah, it's definitely yeah, bro out here looking bad right now. He's out here looking bad. And this is gonna give them even more reason. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: the fact that he said this, he won't get a gift decision ever. No matter what happens, he can go be friends. Him and Canelo can go hang out right now and have a trip like Hangover. He ain't gonna get no gift decisions no more. Them gift decisions he been getting, he ain't getting none of those no more.
This is Canelo, who you pick.
It's a wrap on those.
I'm gonna go for Crawford. Cause then, when he beats, let's say he beats Canelo.
Yeah, he got the
Like,
earn
it's
his from now
ammunition, so
on.
when I fight him, and I beat Crawford, beat Canelo. You know what I mean? Respect and BK all day. 718. What up? You heard? Yo, Jacob. The Canelo team don't want Teofimo. Not our fault. It's whatever the champ wants. Hey. It's alright, bro. I don't want to be heavy, flat-footed, planted anyways. I'm a boxer. Pretty damn good boxer, too. I want to ask you guys something. A lot of people chewed my ass, right? But Canelo, he fought William Skull, and he could not cut the ring off. This is Canelo, who you pick.
Let me go back.
Right. But Canelo.
That boy mad, boy.
Right. But Canelo, he fought William Skull, and he could not cut the ring off.
Yeah, so he criticized not being able to cut out the ring. And yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Like I said, Teofimo Lopez, he been not having no loyalty to anybody. So if anybody thought that he was gonna be loyal to a guy like Canelo or anything else, that wasn't gonna happen. That wasn't gonna happen. But what this does show is this. He sees that Canelo Alvarez couldn't cut out the ring. No matter what we think, he feel like Canelo Alvarez couldn't cut out the ring. That's the one thing. He like, no matter, people saying, oh, well, Skull was running. He's saying, man, you couldn't cut out the ring, bro. They said that about me when I fought Ortiz. Now you got a guy that's hitting you more than I got hit. And they talking about the other guy was running. He like, nah, you couldn't cut out the ring either. So the fans is highly upset. They are highly upset at this guy. I'm talking about he's getting hate mail from everywhere. Canelo fans is definitely not playing around on this. They said stop giving this MF any shine. It said stop giving him shine. That's real though. Cause when he say stuff like this is when his name need to get brought up right now. This dude think he on the same level as Canelo. See what the fans done did? The fans got Teofimo thinking that he on the same level as Canelo. He like, man, that dude couldn't even cut out the ring for real. And they talking about me. It's supposed to be face of boxing. Allegedly. Just saying. That's insane, man. That's definitely funny to me. Because it goes to show, y'all put a battery in this dude back and made him seem like he just good enough to where, yeah, you know. He can compare himself to Canelo. He on that level? Come on, man. What are we talking about? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, they give him a pass on this one. If he don't get no flack on this one, I ain't gotta really ask about nothing else no more. Then I ain't gotta ask about nothing else this dude say no more. Cause they took everything he said about Crawford serious. Knowing this guy ain't fought at 147 yet. Knowing he's not putting any. What's going on, everybody? What's up? I was looking at the thing. He said WBO president said on the Boston Voice that T.O. said liquor and that he would be keeping his belt. Yeah, the WBO president is a racist. Like the rest of these boxing people that's in boxing. We know this already. That's why the sport of boxing is. They're trying to build it off racism and it's failed the last 20 years. If we want to keep it real, they trying to build sports off racism, and boxing is the number one sport they try to do it with, and it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like as if Teofimo is being told to do these things, because the more he does these things, the more rewards he gets. You know what I'm saying? The dude can't sell nothing on his own. So the fight card he was on recently, he was on that card because of other people. As far as the card being big, but you know. Yeah, I know about T.O. Wife issues years ago. Him and Ryan. Even though I'm not into that kind of stuff on this channel, I'm a boxing channel, but I knew about that stuff years ago. Him and Ryan. A lot of these guys are like this, man. They can't control their woman. They marry a slut, then they can't control her. Then they want to blame every black dude that the girl runs to. I mean, ain't nobody finna turn down no free box. So Teofimo's out here blaming people, and it's disgusting. But the Canelo thing is different though. It just shows that his ego is on another level. And what's up to John? What's up everything about John and Victor J? Yeah, I would love to see Teofimo versus Antoine. What's up, Victor J? That's the fight I want to see. I don't want to see him go to 147. Yeah, man, John, like, God, like we finna turn down some free box. If Teofimo's ex-wife come to you right now, I'm like, John, well, you know, I just need somewhere to stay for a couple of weeks. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, no doubt. And nobody been turn down a free box. What is Teofimo talking about? This girl is giving away free box, and she has her own job, don't have to take care of her. What do you want us to do, sir? Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, the girl was pretty normal when she met him, so I don't know. That's all I'll say. She was pretty normal when she met him. That's one thing I do know. And one thing that's going to hurt him is I want to see that Gary Antoine versus Teofimo unification bout, though. I would love to see that fight, though. I want to see Teofimo stay at 140. Well, I don't know if y'all heard that. I'm going to show you over. Hey John, I gotta get that on my voice thing. Let me see if I can pull it up right now, actually. If I can pull it up right now, that'll be a home run. Hey, that might be one of the best movie lines ever. Oh man, John is hilarious. Oh man. Speaking of Mr. T, that might be the best movie line ever. Everybody that seen that was like, "Hey, Rocky, do something." The hell? I know this is a movie, but hey, Mr. T done kind of went too far. It's the third Rocky movie. He pushing up on Adrian. What's going on? Then Adrian was staying at the house after that when he was fighting. Nah. Oh no. Ain't no way. Then Adrian stay at the house on Rocky 4. If I was Rocky, I would have been like, hold on. Yeah, that's why Teofimo had trouble, man. He started having Adrian stay at the house while he was trying to go fight Drago and couldn't even focus during the Cambosos fight. He thinking about trying to tame an animal. And the guy, and the thing about Teofimo is he'll fight just about anybody. Yeah, I'm joking, John, but it is true. Adrian was at the house on Rocky 4. We have a son. Nah. What club am I laying at? So yeah, Teofimo basically was fighting Cambosos. That's why he didn't want to go to Australia. They was like, Teofimo, you can go to Australia and fight Cambosos. You gotta be over there for 2 weeks. Nah, can't do it. I'm not leaving for 2 weeks. Yeah, man. You ask somebody that question, he ain't gonna have no answers. But he did say some stuff though. If y'all seen the interview that Teofimo had an interview on I think it's Joey Broadway. I don't want to get a name mixed up. It's a good interview though. God did a very good interview. You had people in the chat talking about why is he actually I was gonna get to that too, the Berlanga press conference. It was very good, man. I think Berlanga gonna get a knockout. Not because of what he did today, I just think he will. I think he's gonna get better since the Canelo fight. He needed something like that Canelo fight to get some confidence, you know, ever since a top ranked situation, the Angulo fight. But I think Berlanga it's gonna be a tough fight, but I think he can get a knockout though. Because right now, what he's doing right now is Berlanga baiting Shiraz like, hey, when we get in the ring, I'm gonna force you to let your hands go. See, all the pressure right now is on Shiraz to let his hands go. Right now, it's no pressure on Berlanga to come up into this fight and let his hands go. All the pressure gonna be on Shiraz. So all Berlanga gotta do is focus on landing that shot or whatever he wants to do, outpunch him. I think it's gonna be not so much as far. I think both of those guys can take punches. So I don't think one of them's gonna get caught with a big shot and just put to sleep. I think it's gonna be more so one of them gonna get beat to the point where, you know, the other one can't really go on any much longer. So I think that's gonna be the situation. Those guys will be in that fight. But I didn't check it out. I seen some clips when they were talking. I seen that. So if you're referring to that, yeah, I definitely seen that. I think it's gonna be a good fight though, man. Could be fight of the year possibly, to be honest with you. It could be fight of the year. I really think so. Yeah, I gotta find that though, man. Yeah, John that made me think about getting that clip. Yeah, but anybody ain't heard, I'm gonna play it one more time though for people who ain't heard the Teofimo thing. For what he said about Canelo Alvarez.
Yo, Jacob. Right. Pero Canelo, he fought William Skull, and he could not cut the ring off. This is Canelo, who you pick? I'm gonna go for Crawford, because then when he beats, let's say he beats Canelo, that gives him ammunition. So when I fight him, and I beat Crawford, beat Canelo. You know what I mean? Respect and BK all day. 718. What up? You heard? Yo, Jacob. The Canelo team don't want Teofimo. Not our fault. Well, it's whatever the champ wants. Hey. It's alright, bro. I don't want to be heavy, flat-footed, planted anyways. I'm a boxer. Pretty damn good boxer, too. I want to ask you guys something. A lot of people chewed my ass about not knowing how to cut the ring off, right? Right. Pero Canelo, he fought William Skull, and he could not cut the ring off. This is Canelo, who you pick? I'm gonna go for Crawford, because then when he beats, let's say he beats Canelo, that gives him ammunition. So when I fight him, and I beat Crawford, beat Canelo. You know what I mean? Respect and BK all day. 718. What up?
Yeah, he was there this year, John. I think he had came like earlier this year. It might have been last year, but I think it was earlier this year. Yeah, it might have been last year, but it was like December though. If it was like December, late December. Because I want to say, because in January he was with Canelo at the Ring magazine. That was around the time they had just was seen with each other. And that's when Ryan was around, and people was saying that Ryan possibly could be working with him. And then we started to find out that Ryan wasn't around. But around that time, I knew Teofimo was going to get Canelo that wasn't going to work with him. Because right after he left from working with Canelo, you can Google it, he had said something about he wanted to work with Freddie Roach. And I was like, why would you be in the gym with Canelo then working with them if you want to work with Freddie Roach? Doesn't make a lot of sense. So I guess Teofimo, I don't know, maybe Teofimo seen, to be honest with you, it seemed like Teofimo don't want to push his dad to the side, because if you messing with Eddie Reynoso as far as a trainer, he not finna be asking Teofimo Lopez Sr. I mean, yeah, I think that's his name. I think he's senior, right? He's not finna be asking him what to do in the ring and what's the game plan. He's not gonna ask them questions. So I think he knows that already. He's like, I'm not really. I want to get somebody who I can work with side by side. I think it's more of that situation. Because I heard people saying recently, as far as with Devin Haney and the Shane Mosley situation, as far as what did he learn as far as working with Shane Mosley? Shoot, what did Teofimo learn working with Eddie Reynoso? People can't really pinpoint what a fighter learns working with Eddie Reynoso. I can tell what they learn, but most people can't really tell what people learn when they or training with Eddie Reynoso. So I think him actually training over there, I didn't see anything that he learned from them and he took and used in the ring. To be honest with you, even the short time he was over there. But yeah, he was there this year. But they told him, like, bro, you've been gone from the gym way too long. You want to show up a month or two? I don't even know if it was 2 months before the fight. It might have been a month and a half. It was after what fight, I think? It was after the Tank fight, I want to say. I think it was after the Tank fight he tried to come back. And that was like, what, that was under 8 weeks, right? And Munguia had already been there a while. So it was like, we got Munguia, him, then if I do the Teofimo fight, that means I'm gonna have to fly from New York, Saudi Arabia. Just would have been too much work for a first fight with a fighter. I mean, Eddie Reynoso would have been taking a risk if he was training Teofimo, because if he would have got a loss his first fight, then then Munguia's coming on a fight where he a must win. It would have been dangerous. Yeah, it would have been dangerous. Yeah. Oh, I'm like, huh? But I'm gonna be honest with you, though. I've been watching Jose Ramirez a long time. I don't think I ever seen Jose Ramirez to get walked down. I think a lot of people was expecting Devin Haney to walk down Jose Ramirez. I don't know. Maybe people think Jose Ramirez is a bum. Maybe that's, you know what I'm saying, but walking him down, then he was fighting what, at 144? That was the best Jose Ramirez you're gonna get, 144. Jose Ramirez is a big dude. I mean, at the press conference before they had the fight, he was like the biggest dude there. I didn't realize how big he was, but yeah, he's like one of the biggest dudes there. So I was like, nah, I can't walk him down. I was like, nah, he ain't walk him down. I think that was a good situation for I think all those fighters were really nervous, to be honest with you. Like, to be fighting, and there was a lot of stuff going on. I think the ring walk itself was insane. But I think a lot of those guys were super nervous, though. Super nervous. Wasn't really up for the fight. The energy was super low. It felt like strictly business. What's going on, Aaron? Felt like strictly business. Shout out my dog, Aaron, man. What's going on? Yeah, he ain't got no trainer, man. He ain't working with Derrick James. I think him, Charlo, and Earl Spence, they all got some issues. They got to get a trainer. Until that trainer situation get cleaned up, I don't know where they're gonna go from there. They need a trainer. That's the biggest situation for Frank Martin. And he's only been out, what? Frank Martin only been out. Frank Martin has fought more recently than Lubin. I think Lubin was out the longest out of everybody. But he had fought, what, just June last year? So it's been what? It's coming up on what, 11? It's about 11 months since he fought. I think we should expect Frank Martin probably what, in the summer. But he has to get a trainer though. Until he gets a trainer and we know who he's training with, can't really say for sure who he's gonna jump in the ring with. That's Earl Spence too as well. Till Earl Spence get a trainer, I don't know what his situation is gonna be. People saying he's cooked or whatever. I mean, that's fine, whatever they think, but if he ain't got a trainer, we can't even figure out if he is or not. So yeah, he has to get a trainer first. And PBC, they just starting to do certain fights. They just decided to do the Fundora rematch. They got to quit dragging their feet on a lot of these fights too, man. It's crunch time right now. It is not time to be going fight for fight with Turkey Al-Rashid right now. I'm just being honest. I feel like a lot of people trying to go fight for fight with him, like, oh, well, I could stack a card up like this. Man, just put the fights out. We understand everybody can stack a card, bro. Just put the fights out. I think they having that much. I think that's a bigger problem right now than anything else. Like, too much stacking the cards up. Put the fight out, man. Don't even worry about it. See what Boost doing? They just putting the fights out. Boom. Karen fight. David Avenesian and Stanionis. Just put the fight out. See what happens. I think they're building up way too many fights now. They building up way too many fights. And a lot of people can get left behind like that. If you notice, and I don't want to bring this up right now, it's kind of off topic, but if you notice, a lot of people who try to build up fights with one fighter, they end up getting left behind. And sometimes them fights don't even get made. Like most of the time, they don't get made. But Teofimo Lopez is getting a lot of backlash right now online. I would say every Canelo Alvarez fan right now is going off on him badly. It's not even like they're trying to disrespect him. They just saying everything that everybody's been saying already, especially me. About the Kambosos fight, that's the first thing they brought up was the Kambosos fight. I wish these people would just tell the truth when nobody's looking. I don't know why that's so hard, but why somebody gotta get disrespected for these people to tell the truth? Teofimo say something about Canelo, now they like, I'm gonna tell the truth about you, Teofimo. Could have did that already. Yeah, they could have did that already. But yeah, I'm gonna do a live later on, man. I'm gonna see how it goes first. I'm gonna have to do it members only. I'm gonna see how it goes first. It's a pretty serious topic. I'm gonna have to see how it goes first. I'm gonna ask everybody, should I put it out? Because, man, there's some information I've been sitting on for about a week. I don't know, dog. I don't want to put this out, but it's a lot of capping going on. I'll just say that. It's a lot of it going on in boxing. Oh my God, bro. Can we go back to the old school? The what was it, Howard Cosell days or whatever, please. Anybody. Yeah, he tripping, bro. What's up, Cosmic Creation? My thing is, why does he feel like he can compare himself to Canelo? That's dirty. That's dirty. I don't know. It's kind of nasty, bro, to be honest with you. Like, it seems like him and to be honest with you, Canelo, all I've seen Canelo do is hold these guys accountable. Like, hey man, you need to, everything I've seen Canelo. So I put out a video a year and a half ago where I said, who was right? Was Canelo right or was Ryan Garcia right? As far as the training and everything else. I knew that Canelo was right, but with what's up, PD? What's going on? But with Ryan performing the way he did against Devin Haney, it was kind of hard to see who was right about that situation, but looking back now, Canelo's right about a lot of these guys, man. They cut a lot of corners. They're not really training like that. They're not in the gym like that. It's just I seen something today where Kevin Garnett was talking about something like that as far as in the NBA and different sports now. Like guys is not training the same. The approach in sports is not the same no more. I'm telling you, the approach is not the same no more. I gotta go find something real quick too, but I'm gonna pull some up later on that I seen earlier. But the approach is not the same, man. I'm just telling y'all, the way that guys is approaching sport now, it's not the same. Everything is, it's becoming too based off popularity, and it's obvious, and the quality is going down. And while the quality is going down, people don't know why the quality is going down. It's because you can't base everything off popularity and then think you're gonna get the best product. Some of the best fights come from guys that's no names. You know, it happens all the time. Some of the biggest fights come from guys that's no names. So I think the popularity is a big issue, but it's a lot of other issues too going on. But I'm just, if anybody hasn't heard the video, I'm gonna play it one more time while I'm looking for this thing real quick. I'm gonna play this video for y'all one more time.
This is Canelo, who you pick. I'm gonna go for Crawford. Cause then, when he beats, let's say he beats Canelo, that gives him ammunition. So when I fight him, and I beat Crawford, beat Canelo. You know what I mean? Respect and BK all day. 718. What up? You heard? Yo, Jacob, the Canelo team don't want Teofimo. Not our fault. Bro. It's whatever the champ wants. Hey. It's alright, bro. I don't want to be heavy, flat-footed, planted anyways. I'm a boxer. Pretty damn good boxer, too. I want to ask you guys something. A lot of people chewed my ass about not knowing how to cut the ring off, right? Right. Pero Canelo, he fought William Skull, and he could not cut the ring off.
First of all, I'd like to say that Teofimo Lopez, talent-wise, extremely talented. Still feel like he's one of the best fighters walking into any fight. But is he growing as far as a fighter? No, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he's growing as a fighter, to be honest with you. Like when I really just looking at fights and everything else the way I do, Barbosa let him off the hook, to be honest with you, bro. Barbosa let him off the hook. Teofimo, you gotta think about it, man. I'm just being real. Teofimo has never dropped his hands the way he did in that Barbosa fight. Barbosa was supposed to put his foot to the ground on Teofimo Lopez. You gotta understand that the last 4 or 5 people that Teofimo has been in the ring with have never looked that bad against Teofimo. So he has to understand that at 140, no knockouts, all right, possible robberies, gift decisions. Steve Claggett had him on the ropes. I don't want to play that again, but embarrassing. Dude, almost 10 losses, got you on the ropes the whole fight. And it's just, when you're matched up the way the Top Rank does, they can have you looking like this. But if he would have came off of fighting Gary Antoine Russell, Matias, you got to think about it. Alberto Puello has fought Gary Antoine Russell, Sandor Martin, and he finna fight Sabril Matias. Think about that. he just fought Gary Antoine Russell. He finna fight. He just fought Martin. Now he finna fight Matias. A hungry Matias too. Everybody know Matias gonna be hungry in this fight. He said, "Who is he stopped?" Yeah, you're right. You're right. And look bad against Nakatani too. And look bad against Nakatani. Cause when we seen Nakatani, we was like, "Oh man, Tio look bad in this fight." And that was kind of what I was afraid of him looking like before that fight happened. I was like, it's gonna be a fight where he gonna look bad. And the Nakatani fight was one of them. And Nakatani is like, no disrespect, but he's like almost a journeyman right now. Because he had tough fights. He had T.O., he fought somebody else. Then he had Lomachenko when Lomachenko came back from war. So yeah, Nakatani got whooped after that. So he's not the same kind of fighter he was when he fought T.O. But yeah, he's ran into some mid-level guys and he's looked extra regular. So, and he's not knocking people out now. And he's talking about moving up. I mean, the Boost fight, yeah, make it happen. Okay. He said this King K outfit. Yeah. Oh, no. After that Canelo thing, they might not take him either. After that Canelo thing, they like, we don't know. He don't look, they like, he don't look good in white. He said Gary looks so good versus Raya from the gas tank. Yeah, I knew he was gonna look good, man. I think if you look at PBC fighters last year, all them guys look rusty. Besides Fundora and Tim Tszyu, everybody else looked rusty last year. I know Caleb Plant looked rusty. Who else? I mean, you can kind of say Boots was rusty. When was the last time Boots had fought before he fought Avanesian? What was it, the Karen fight? No, it was the Roman Villa fight. So yeah, even him, he was kind of rusty. He was off of PBC. So everybody was kind of rusty last year in their first fight they had last year. Tank was kind of rusty in the Frank Martin fight. Because if he would have came out against Lamont Roast like that, he would have definitely lost. He said he don't look good or what? Oh, you said Benavidez? So Benavidez's dad had an interview recently. He said that if William Skull want to fight Benavidez at 175, he'll get him a chance at the belt. But right now, it looks like the UK wants to make Callum Smith versus Anthony Yard. But I don't know. It seems like right now, 50% of them want to make the fight. The other 50% kind of want to have Smith possibly challenge Benavidez for this belt. Benavidez want to fight Zerto Ramirez. William Skull at 175, Callum Smith or Anthony Yard. So any of those guys, I think Anthony Yard versus Benavidez would be a classic. That's a fight I want to see. Anthony Yard versus Benavidez. I think that'll be a classic. You know, a lot of people, Anthony Yard's not the best fighter, but they talk about him like he a bum though. He's definitely not a bum. If you ask Bitterbeev and you ask, what's his name, Kovalev, they'll probably say he one of their toughest fights. So him versus Benavidez would definitely be a good fight. You know, where you can measure how good this guy is, and you got to realize too, he just fought Lennon Arthur, who fought Liam Cameron and Dimitri Bivol recently. Arthur was able to go 12 rounds with Dimitri Bivol. So yeah, that's a good fight to actually have. Colin Smith a good fighter too, though. Colin Smith a good fighter too. Think of his prime. Nah, I think he's probably is. He's probably at the back half. I think with him lately, he hasn't been active enough, so I don't think he's been getting better. I don't think he's been getting better. I think he's been kind of rusty. Because his fight before he fought Lennon Arthur, he was very rusty. He been training a lot, but he hadn't been fighting a whole bunch over the last couple of years. So I think with him, he hasn't been active enough. Some of these guys need to fight more so they can get experience because they don't have the same kind of experience as a Lomachenko, 300 fights in the amateurs. So some of these guys need a lot of fights to get better. You're only gonna get better fighting sometimes with most guys. And I think Yard, he's one of those guys where, because he can't get the type of experience that Bitterbill got or Kovalev got, the only way he can get better is by getting in the ring fighting these guys. That's why he came up short, because he ain't got the type of experience like that. He gassed out. I feel like he gassed out against Kovalev early. He emptied the tank against Kovalev way too early. Experienced. He lacked the experience in that part. And with Bitterbill, it was the same situation. A lot of those guys know how to pace themselves, and they got good gas tanks. So for him to have trouble with fighters like that, Russian fighters, and yeah, not surprised. So yeah, he just has it's a bad style matchup. You know what I'm saying? I seen a couple of people criticizing Yard for his resume, but it's a bad style matchup though. He's a guy he doesn't have a lot of experience, and he gets whooped by experienced Russian fighters. But I feel like he could train a little bit better, but to be honest with you, it's only so much he can do. It's only so much he can do. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. That's why I say he need to be in the gym, bro. I mean, in the fights. He one of them dudes, he need to be fighting 5 times a year. Like, if you can't do it outside the ring, and I don't think he a guy that can, I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't think he's a guy that can completely just keep his attention on, of course he's a workout warrior, you know what I'm saying? But just on the technicalities or getting better in the gym just from sparring, some guys ain't like that. Some guys got to actually play in the game, be in the action to actually get better. I think he's one of them guys. I don't know if he's, of course he's going to get better in the gym, but how much better? You know what I'm saying? You can say that Caleb Plant has gotten better fighting the guys he's fought, like Benavidez and Canelo. You can say that Stephen Fulton has gotten better fighting guys like Inouye and Figueroa twice. So some guys are still, you can say Lamont Roach got better fighting Jamel Herring at 130 and losing in that fight. So that's why I say it's like, but he ain't been active like that. So it's kind of like, you ain't sparring? Nah, you only gonna go so far. And me personally, I feel like his training ain't up to par like that. Yeah, that was insane. I forgot he actually said that, PD. I actually forgot he said that. I was like, what? Because when he went to Mayweather gym, I thought he was gonna get some rounds, and he was on the bag. He was hitting the gloves. Then I seen that he ain't never sparred before. I'm like, oh, I thought he was coming down there to spar or something. Yeah, with my own eyes, I ain't never seen him sparring though. Never seen a sparring clip. So I knew that was true. Did I know he didn't spar? Nah, that's insane. I'm surprised he that good without sparring. Hey, I forgot he said that too, bro. I'm actually just starting to come back around to actually like being okay with him, because I was like, at first I was like, bro, you got, but I seen today, I thought about it, I was like, you know what? He ain't got that much experience to be beating no bitter Bill, bro. He did the best thing he could in that fight. That man did not have the experience to be beating no bitter Bill. It was a good fight though. That's one thing I like about him. He's entertainment every time. Like every time he fight, even the fight with him and Lyndon Arthur, I was nervous because I wanted to go 12 rounds. But that was an action-packed fight. I think that's a fight right there that people don't talk about that was very good. I know people was focused on the Ryan Garcia and Canelo fight the week after, but that was a classic fight. I think that fight actually made the energy for the Conor Ben and Eubanks fight that much better. I think that fight could possibly be a factor into why that fight was so good. That fight was like a main event. So to hear fans talking about as far as what Yard, like, oh man, he got beat by Bitter Bill. Like, man, we know that already. Everybody got beat by Bitter Bill. Everybody. Shoot, Bivol got beat by him, technically. Some people still think he don't, but he didn't the first time, but Nah, his training, I've seen him train. I've seen him spar recently. I have seen him spar recently. But I was looking more towards like the training. Because he hit the pads or whatever. But that only do so much. That's kind of what I was looking at. I'm like, so yeah, it kind of was about the sparring with me. But I had forgot about it. I guess it was in the back of my mind, because every time I see him, I'm like, man, what's up with your training? So it must have been something I was thinking about indirectly. I wasn't paying attention to it. But yeah, he'll just post video in the bag or whatever. But yeah, I think bro is action packed though. He come to fight every time. He a dog. I just gotta accept him for what he is. So, most fighters you have to. I think he's still a champion. Top 5 light heavyweight, which is very difficult. But yeah, man. I think with him, he would have to go in the ring with a guy like Benavidez and make a statement. That would change everything for a guy like Yard right now. If he goes in there and beats a guy like Benavidez, he'll make a statement. And the way he's kind of talking right now, just to be honest with you, the way he's kind of getting the energy, because, the performance he had was decent from what I seen in his last fight. He was rusty, though. Hasn't been active. But if he gets some kind of fire lit behind him, he has the tools to surprise a guy like Benavidez. So if that fight actually does happen, that would be a good fight. I'm definitely rolling Benavidez, but if it's one guy who has the tools to really mess with Benavidez right now, I think it would be Yard. I think it would have to be a good day for him though. He would have to go in there prepared, focused. A lot better than what he was in his last fight, even though I feel like he fought well. Arthur came to fight, but you got Crawford or Canelo. I got Crawford right now. I don't know who knows? I might change. I got Crawford right now. Yeah, I got Crawford right now. You never know, man. Do I think? I don't think Canelo no pushover though. I know a lot of people saying, yeah, man, he gonna stop Canelo. He gonna stop Canelo. Yeah, I've been saying that before. I've said that probably before, but yeah, I'm not too confident as far as just throwing it out there like it's just gonna be easy. Dropping Canelo, knocking Canelo out. Come on now. Yeah, I don't think he want to fight hard though. Because if he fight hard, that's gonna be what for the belt at 75. I don't think he want to fight hard. That is on the table, but I don't think he want to fight him. Yeah, Zerto. Yeah, he been trying to fight Zerto since 2021, 2020, 2021. He was trying to fight Zerto. Well, he was talking about fighting Zerto around the time because, you know, Zerto was at 75 at that time. So Benavidez was talking about fighting Zerto before he had said something to Charlo. Yeah, before him and Charlo started going back and forth during the pandemic. He had said something to Zerto then. Or he said something about the fight as far as. So that always been the fight that but he said, Benavidez said recently though, he can't mess with Usyk right now though. He said if you give him 3 or 4 years, he said he know Usyk gonna be old by then, up in age, but he said that's the only guy he see right now that he can't mess with. Usyk said, I don't know if I can mess with him right now. Said give me 3 or 4 years. I possibly could. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that was some good words he said, man. Yeah, moving down. I think Benavidez moving down one more time just for no reason. I think that's too big of a risk. Yeah, him moving down one more time be a waste of time right now. He said something, but he would fight William Skull at 75 if William Skull want to make it happen. If I was William Skull, I'd go fight Benavidez. William Skull ain't no small guy. If I was William Skull, I'd go fight Benavidez right now. I would get the money. If I do good at 75, that means I'm gonna get 2 more big paychecks. I'm gonna be the first fighter to go 12 rounds with Canelo and Benavidez. So if I was William Skull, make it happen. That man to get paid for the rest of his life. All he gotta do is go 12 rounds. Big money. This dude to be getting Maidana type of checks when he fought Floyd. Trust me, if I'm a guy who's over William Skull's career right now, I'm like, bro, you seen how big you was against Canelo. So what can you do at 75 against Benavidez? What's going on? You got experience with Morrell? Y'all from the same place? Can you do what Morrell did? You sure? I would definitely ask him. Yeah, but that's crazy though. Benavidez having a belt. Jesse Hart, you know Jesse Hart gonna be a guy who's gonna call him out, but you said Benavidez can't cut out the ring. I don't know. What fight was that he didn't cut out the ring? I don't know. What fight? You talking about Morrell fight? I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't really. I don't know what fight he could cut out the ring, PD. I don't know if he can't cut out the ring or not. What fight he can cut out the ring? Cause against Vosdick, you said what fight did he cut out the ring? Against Vosdick, he cut out the ring, didn't he? I thought against Vosdick and Morrell, he cut out the ring. Am I tripping? I seen the Vazi fight. I ain't really watching like the whole entire fight. But I seen him with the jab though to the body. I think he out jabbed the guy in the fight. I want to say. You say you haven't seen Benavidez cut the ring off? Dave Benavidez. Come on, PD. Dave Benavidez ain't cutting the ring off? No, I'm asking. I don't know. Cause I ain't watched the you know I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't watched the Vazi fight like that. I saw it, but I ain't watched it to the point where I remember what went on in the fight. No, I ain't watch it like that. As far as Morrell, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't like I'm a huge Benavidez fan. I ain't like how he was getting touched up in the Morrell fight still. Even though he was walking him down and he was walking through everything and he wasn't trying to jab him and he was trying to throw a lot of combinations. Benavidez wasn't trying to jab him. He wasn't trying to do none of that boxing that he usually does. So he was getting his mouth busted a little bit. I didn't like that, but yeah, but that's part of cutting out the ring though. That's cutting out the ring though. That's definitely part of cutting out the ring though, PD. That is definitely part of cutting off the ring. That is definitely part of cutting off the ring. 110%. That is definitely part of cutting off the ring. What he did in Morrell is definitely part of cutting off the ring. After what I seen Canelo just do, oh yeah. I can make an argument that Morrell moved more than what William Skull moved. Especially if Usyk is getting credit for what he did against Tyson Fury, because I'll be real with you. Tyson Fury got beat up. He beat up Usyk the first 5 or 6 rounds of that first fight. And people say that Usyk walked down Tyson Fury, which he did, but he got beat up the first 5 or 6 rounds of that fight to the point where they actually had to have a rematch. And people thought that Fury won the first fight. So technically, I can make the argument that most boxers can't do what Benavidez does when it comes to Tyson Fury did beat up Usyk early in that fight. Absolutely. That first fight? Yeah, he did. He said Morrell threw combinations and move. So did William Skull, bro. Everybody knows William Skull was piecing up Canelo this weekend. 2 weekends ago. Everybody know William Skull was piecing up Canelo. Everybody know if William Skull was fighting Canelo on the street, Canelo would have got beat up. When you tell a man, hey man, I can't fight you because you're running around moving too much, that means you're going to get beat up in the street. Every fight you see in the street, somebody moving around. Even Ryan Garcia said recently, hey man, if I was fighting in the street, I would lose every fight. Some of these guys need referees. He didn't land like Morrell, in my opinion. Nah. He didn't land. Well, hold on. Hold on. Berlanga was on the move too against Canelo though. Berlanga was on the move too. He landed harder shots and he's a power puncher. He wasn't as effective as William Skull was. Morrell, if you ask Dave Morrell right now. Oh, he said, but that wasn't the fight. That fight went right. Yeah, but that That don't mean nothing though. Like I'm gonna be real with you. Teofimo fight against Steve Claggett, his fight against Jermaine Ortiz, even the Josh Taylor fight. I feel like none of those fights were really entertaining. The only reason people like the Josh Taylor fight because his name was Josh Taylor. I felt like those fights were not entertaining. Most people, the fights that people remember from Teofimo Lopez is Kambosos' fight because that was the most entertainment he had. And Kambosos is not an entertaining fight. It was just a style matchup. But if you think about Morrell, most people don't think about the Hot Rod fight. He couldn't cut out the ring versus Hot Rod. He couldn't cut out the ring against Hot Rod. Dave Benavidez let him off the hook by actually not jabbing him. Dave Benavidez could have beat Morrell easier by just jabbing him. But Dave Benavidez trying to throw body shots and everything else and get him up out of there. That's what made the fight easier for Morrell because he like, oh, I could just sit back, boom, 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 boom. He fought the same way kind of like what Haney was doing with Morrell. I mean, not Morrell, but Ramirez. Boom, 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 boom. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you. Benavidez is all, this is the reason why I watch Benavidez. And then Benavidez did this against, what's his name? Like they put the whole fight on here. Benavidez did this against, what's his name? What's the old boy name, man? Andre Durrell. I think Andre Durrell was as far as Caleb Plant, I probably got a point in that Caleb Plant fight. I ain't gonna count. But as far as with like when the Andre fight was coming up, a lot of people were saying Benavidez ain't got no feet like that. And the only thing I said leading up to that fight was, well, the feet ain't never been a problem as far as the stoppages. You said Berlango bum. Starting to like Berlango though, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, man. I don't know if his boxing IQ really gets the credit it deserves. I think a lot of people see him with his high guard, walking forward toward guys, and they're like, oh, this dude ain't doing nothing. This dude is doing a lot. He is a high quality fighter. This dude is on the brink of fighting some of the best fighters to ever come out of Russia, out of Europe, out of Mexico. You know, we're talking about this guy's on the brink of destroying generational talent. If this was a action movie or something, this would be Thanos snapping his fingers at this point. But yeah, he definitely is a factor out here when it comes to, because I didn't know. I had to really go back and look. I didn't know if, but yeah, I definitely, because me and Pete ain't really talked about Dave Benavidez cutting off the ring. I don't think we even pay attention to that, but I definitely would consider that high level cutting off the ring right there. Against Dave Morrell, yes. And with body shots. Have to realize this. Canelo is out here saying, oh man, this guy moving too much. Bro, Benavidez did it with body shots, man. Body shots. A body shot will keep a guy in order. You just have to have the chin to actually take those kind of punches. And Benavidez doesn't have he doesn't get credit for his chin as well. I think the chin is something that's very underrated when it comes to him. But the IQ, he's definitely coming to box. If you turn on the Vazzy fight, I don't want to turn on now. But if you turn on that fight, he's using the jab to the body every time. Jab to the body, jab to the body, jab to the body. Boom, boom, boom. And his hands was hurting that fight. Jab to the body. So that's something I want to see Teofimo get back to. I think he do more so of the hooks and stuff like that. But at the age he's at, then you got to realize this too. We have guys that's younger than him that's going to be moving up soon. We're going to have, whether Edwin De Los Santos wins or loses against Keyshawn Davis, he still will be walking around. And he's still going to be a younger guy, just like Pitbull, who's taking a loss or two. And he's still going to be walking around. And these guys are factors. And I don't know if anybody would take certain guys over a Teofimo. Would you take a Teofimo over a Pitbull or over a Gary Antoine Russell? I'm saying at 140 because I'm hearing the talk as far as at 47 from Boots. I know that's a plan, but I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know because I didn't understand why the fight at 47 happened anyways. But I guess Barbosa wanted his chance at the title, so. Is Teofimo top 10 pound for pound? Never. He has never been pound for pound. I never thought that he was that good of a fighter. I would put Stephen Fulton on pound for pound before I put Teofimo Lopez on there. I don't even know why Stephen Fulton is not on pound for pound and Teofimo Lopez is being discussed on pound for pound. I think that is a tragedy, to be honest with you. I think that's one of the problems in boxing. People say all those things about, oh, well, anyway, man, why y'all make a big deal about him getting dropped? Then they make a big deal about Stephen Fulton getting dropped, knowing that Stephen Fulton looks, he looks physically smaller than what he does at 126. Then the way he fought Figueroa at the last fight, that's the way people wanted him to fight. He fought that way and he won the fight. The man fought. Now, people say, oh, well, he just be boxing and moving around. The man fought Mexican style the last two fights. A lot of people don't feel like he should be fighting that way because he doesn't have to. And it wasn't appreciated. He wasn't put on pound for pound for it. And that was exciting boxing. Stephen Fulton the fight before Figueroa, when he fought Castro on the prelims, they had Stephen Fulton on the prelims, which is disgusting. Most people was talking about that fight after that night. They was talking about Stephen Fulton fighting Castro. They talked about Trevor McCumbee versus Caleb Plant. That was a little bit of a conversation. Then the Stephen Fulton conversation came up. They was talking about Berlanga and Canelo a little bit, but not really. But they was talking more so about because Canelo didn't get the knockout, so everybody ignored the fight, really. And then, so I feel like Stephen Fulton should be top 10. Because people running around now, I'm seeing guys jumped in my comment section today talking about, in a way, Ben said he not moving past 126. After the Paul Butler fight and all this other stuff. Bruh, listen. These the people that try to put this guy on pound for pound. But then they only want to put him on pound for pound because he beat Fulton. But then you don't want to give the guy who he beat credit. But then they'll say, oh, why they don't give Inouye credit for just getting dropped? All he did was get dropped. That ain't no big deal. This boxing. It can't be the same way with Fulton. So I feel like Fulton gets disrespected a lot across the board in boxing. To be honest with you, he's just another guy that people are waiting for their favorites to beat, but it ain't happening right now. With Figueroa, ain't nobody bringing up Figueroa right now. I thought Figueroa versus Inouye would have been a good fight with Inouye coming to 26. He really getting a pass, to be honest with you. It ain't no pressure put on Inouye. It ain't no pressure put on Tio. It's a few fighters out here, they ain't putting no pressure on. It seems like all the pressure is coming towards Terrence Crawford, Benavidez, Haney, these other guys. They just out here freely fighting whoever and getting gift decisions and looking cool doing it. It's bad out here, bro. I'm telling you. I don't know, I might do a live tonight where I talk about what I wanted to talk about. I might do it tonight because I might do it tonight, bro. I don't know. I might do it tonight. I might do it tonight. Because I literally seen a fighter say something, then turn around. And it's something serious too. Probably the most serious thing you can say in boxing. Then turn around and act like, oh, well, I didn't say that. That wasn't a big deal. It's too much fraud going on in boxing, man. The worst thing, and me as a boxing fan, you know, you gotta look at boxing as a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna watch boxing every day, especially, I ain't trying to be funny or nothing. This ain't like you watching the whole team where somebody representing your city. You're watching the fighter, so you don't have any kind of connections to most of the time to a fighter. You just, you know, celebrating the skills. But I don't like to be hearing no capping though. I don't like no fake. I don't like no toy soldiers, bro. There's too many toy soldiers in boxing right now. Way too many. Everybody did all that huffing and puffing. Then it was their time to show up a couple of weeks ago in Times Square. Ain't nobody show up. Then the fans don't even hold everybody accountable. They got to pick certain people. It's bad all around right now. It's very bad. The accountability ain't even getting passed around or not. And to be honest with you, if these guys don't start getting some real support soon, if their support is going to be only to go against certain boxers or whatever, man, these guys ain't going to have no real fan bases, man. You can't build a fan base just off of, oh, well, we don't like those people, so that's our fan base. Ain't no real fan base. Teofimo got a fan base that where people that don't like certain Americans or whatever, they'll side with those people. But he doesn't, when you look at his resume is trash. Teofimo has a trash resume when you look at it. His resume is just like Orlando Solito as anybody else. Josh Taylor, okay, Josh Taylor best win is Regis Prograis. Devin Haney beat Regis Prograis with his eyes closed. Kambosos beat Kambosos with his eyes closed. Lost to Kambosos. If Devin Haney has a resume like Teofimo right now, nobody's talking about him being pound for pound. Teofimo is never going to be pound for pound in my eyes. He never was. For him to be pound for pound in boxing, I mean, boxing is in the worst that it's ever been in my life. Oh yeah, I know. That's cool. I mean, I don't really trip, man. I mean, I grew up with Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, all that stuff. I mean, most of the time I'm confused because guys like Ryan Garcia, he from California. They got all kind of Asians and blacks. You would think that these guys was from Florida or Texas or Alabama somewhere. It seems like the guys who's from Alabama are not racist. Last time I checked, Butterbean, he from what, Georgia, Alabama? He ain't racist. Last time I checked. He ain't got no track record of being racist. So a lot of these guys are just suckers, man. We just got to keep it real. Teofimo's dad is a sucker. He gets a pass. To be honest with you, everybody gives Teofimo's dad a pass. He's a sucker. And the fact that he gets a pass, you know, it just shows that our environment right now is on life support, bro. People think that being quiet and letting suckers win out here is, that's what it is now. You know what I'm saying? That's what they own now. We're celebrating suckers out here. That's why people like, man, boxing. Yeah, man, boxing. Yep, boxing. Going nowhere fast like that. Cause I'm cool with people talking like that. Just get in the ring and do it though. You know what I'm saying? Go in there and beat Boots. Go in there and beat Terrence Crawford. Actually fight a black guy. Go knock out a black guy. Go shut him up. You're in a sport where you can go knock out black guys and you don't want to do it. Like, what are we doing right out here? I'm tired of everybody pump faking like they really like that and they not. This is why people get in the street, This is why people lose their life in the street. Everybody ain't playing. There's too many dudes running around playing, man. Everybody ain't playing. I'm being real with you. Everybody ain't playing. There's way too many dudes out here playing. That's why when people like, oh man, show your face. For what? Because the minute you see me in public, I ain't finna be acting like no media member. Trust me, this for my safety and yours too. I ain't finna be acting like no media member. Trust me. It's just boxing. I ain't know they take boxing way too serious, man. They take it way too serious. And the worst thing about it is the fighters, they go along with it. So they make it seem like, oh, this cool to co-sign to act like this in boxing. To act like a fraud. That can't be the way, man. The skills don't matter. It's about favorites these days. And that's cool and everything. Everybody got their favorites. I mean, we all grew up watching WWE, but bro, let me tell you something. Even in WWE, which is fake wrestling, everybody knew who the best wrestlers were. This is how bad boxing is right now. Everybody knew in fake wrestling, WWE, fake wrestling, that's not real. It's the fakest thing you could ever have in life. Every man out here, every little boy, everybody from the age of 5 to 100 years old knew who the best wrestlers were. Now these dudes turn on boxing, they be like, man, I don't know who the best. Man, get out of here, dog. I ain't trying to hear that. They want people to actually entertain that. Could you imagine watching WWE every week and people saying, man, I don't know who the best. This Stone Cold or The Rock guy, they look pretty cool, but I don't know who the best is. Who's the best? You gotta think about it, man. It's dumb, bro. You know what I'm saying? People just gotta realize it's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It ain't growing, man. It ain't growing. He said he's calling your boys out, but they scared as shit. Who is your boys? First of all, bro, you don't even know where I'm from, bro. Do you know where I stay at? They don't play those type of games. I don't know who you talking about, your boys and all the other stuff. Bro, you don't understand nothing about nothing that goes on out here. You don't understand nothing. It's a reason why they censor us on the internet. They ain't worried about everybody else out here. They not worried about a Teofimo. He's not a threat. Whoever this chess magician guy is, let me school this dude real quick. Whoever is not black out here in the world or on the internet, they ain't worried about them niggas. Them niggas ain't no factors out here. Well, they can say the N-word with the hard ER. Nobody gives a fuck about these people when they out in the streets. The police ain't even worried about these dudes. They're not a threat. Ain't nobody finna be out here worried about no Teofimo or no Ryan Garcia or nobody that looks like them out here. That's a fact. Just period. You said T.O. whoops all them black fighters. When? Shit. When? The last guy who looked like he was black, that was close to even being, that tried to look like he was black, Cambosa's last time I checked, he's white, he's Greek. What black guy did Teofimo whoop? You gotta be trolling, right? Gotta be trolling, right? Teofimo can't even beat up the black guys that's pounding his wife right now. So what are you talking about? What black fighters is he gonna beat up? Are you serious? You talking about the guy who lost his wife to a whole bunch of black guys who probably don't even got jobs? Can't be that Teofimo Lopez. I know y'all ain't coming here talking about those guys, right? Don't let me embarrass your boy out here. Y'all be out here losing y'all girls, the dudes who ain't even got a job. Cut it out, man. Leave the racism alone. Kind of in the mood today. He said your boys. Well, your boys just went to Times Square and looked trash. How about that? Your boys can't beat Cambosis. Your boys can't beat Roller Romero. Your boys can't walk down Williams Score. Your boys can't beat Usyk. To my yo boys. You know what I mean? Bruh, you know what everybody was saying today at Williams when Williams Zepeda was getting his fight announced was with Shakur Stevenson? Everybody was saying RIP. That's what they were saying. Y'all better be you better be lucky we out here letting Williams Zepeda fight Shakur Stevenson. After he fought that bum fight against Tevin Farmer. Whatever fighters y'all are celebrating and flags y'all waving for, I don't know, bro. The pantry getting kind of empty right now. If y'all playing a race card, bro, it's getting kind of empty right now. You ain't got that many fighters left. Man, get out of here. Put this guy. I'm gonna put you a 24 time out just cause I ain't out here trying to hear no homosexual stuff. Decide later on if you want to keep it boxing. Can't even have a deep. These dudes can't even troll right, man. That's why I say, man, y'all see that? 2 of them came in here. So I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Y'all see how those 2 guys just came here at the same time? Pretty sure they were sent by YouTube. You don't have 2 trolls coming here at the same time. Out of nowhere. Talking in sync. Come on now. You gotta understand what's going on out here. Open your third eye. That's why everybody be thinking it's just boxing, man. Yeah, and now we leave you behind. Yeah, you just keep it boxing, homie. And we leave you behind. You know what I'm saying? I like everybody, but at the end of the day, bro, you got to, if you don't want to open your third eye, that's by choice. Let's keep it real. Cause I hear everybody else talking about boxing, they ain't talking about the real, man. It's actually getting boring. I actually love hearing other people talk about boxing. It's getting boring out here. People scared to tell the truth. The truth is not even being celebrated no more. We got grown men agreeing with teenagers like suckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, the sucker shit is at an all-time high when it comes to boxing. Dudes is getting famous trolling. You getting famous trolling now. Think about that. You got to get famous trolling now. And I ain't talking about just on YouTube. I'm talking about in life, period. Most people are getting famous trolling. Y'all remember when old girl, when the girl Angel Reese had waved at Caitlin Clark? You know, she was just talking crap. Something we do all the time in basketball. But she got famous for that, though. She always was talking junk in basketball. But they like, oh, she trolling. Yeah, let's make her famous now. They been making people famous for trolling. Ryan and Teofimo is no different. Then people want to play the race card at like, this dude talking about Canelo, and he thinks I care. Your boys. You see how these people do? Then they protect somebody like Ryan Garcia. They want to press the gas on these guys. You don't get support for that because people support guys like Teofimo that say stuff like how he does because he can punch. This dude ain't no Ali. I'm telling you, when this dude's career is over with and it's short and sweet, when his career is over with, when he's looking like Maidana, retiring at age 30, I'm be like, hey, y'all see? You see? You see? Cause there ain't nobody running around well after Ryan Garcia lost him and I told you so. It ain't that many people saying I told you so, is it? I gotta notice that. It ain't that many people doing that. At the Haney fight, oh, it was a lot of I told you so's. At the Ryan fought, nah, when that many I told you so's. I ain't hear none of it. None at all. So yeah, they chose their side already. I'm like, damn, we just gonna keep it boxing? Nah, we ain't finna keep it boxing. Okay, cool. You ain't gotta keep it boxing. Don't be out here trying to protect nobody who a sucker though. I'm gonna be honest with you. If they resume trash and they ain't that good, we calling it all out. All of it. I'm calling it all out. Dudes be out here talking about excitement now. We need fighters who are exciting. Deontay Wilder was exciting for years. He was too black, and then nobody want to celebrate him. So you got these guys out here who's getting beat by Usyk. Like we was talking about Yard earlier. How you can't win the big fight? Tyson Fury can't win the big fight. Joshua can't win the big fight. There's a lot of fighters out here can't win the big fight. Teofimo, I guess him being Lomachenko, that's going to be the big fight. Josh Taylor, but can't get past the mid-level fighters, though. That has to be the most retarded thing I ever seen. So you can be the guy who's an all-time great pound for pound, but you can't be the guy who's a journeyman. Okay. That's close to being a bum, kind of like. I don't know. These days, they call that a bum. If you could be the all-time great, but you're struggling all the time with a mid-level guy who lost to Alberto Puello, and you got dropped twice by that guy, and they still gave you the fight, we have to realize, too, a lot of these fighters are still walking around because, you know, somebody gave them too much money, I guess, allegedly. And they need that money back. So you ain't finna be losing when I still gotta get this money off of you. Yeah, they out here like Iceberg Slim, and they doing these dudes like Iceberg Slim. Got him on the strip, Figueroa. Make it happen. That's definitely going on. But yeah, man, they ain't gonna keep it real in sport of boxing, though. I already see it, man. I'm talking about the amount of cap I see on a daily basis is at an all-time high. And it's not just this sport either. I heard somebody recently, I tried to find a clip. I heard somebody recently saying something about that. And let me find it right quick before I go. And I need to find this because this is close to being a situation where, man, nothing gonna change from this. Here it goes right here. Here it goes right here. And let me read this out to everybody. It's a dude named, his name is Darnell, I think Lanier. He had a comment he said today. And this explained everything I wanted to hear. He was talking about sports as a whole. And I'm gonna pull this up. He was talking about sports as a whole. And I'm gonna pull this up. He said, Kevin Garnett was talking about how, as far as they was in the middle of an NBA game. Now, mind you, this is why a nigga like me would never watch NBA like that for real no more. Kevin Garnett said, 10 years ago, he was at the Minnesota Timberwolves, and it might be less than 10 years ago. He was around that time. He was at Minnesota Timberwolves, and it was halftime. He goes in there to the locker room, At halftime, he's in the locker room. Ain't nobody in the locker room. Dudes is on the bench, in the training room, on the phone at halftime. Now, mind you, you got people out here that's paying to watch these games. You got people that's out here paying to take their kids to see their favorite basketball players. These guys are getting paid millions of dollars. Now, the people back in the day used to get paid $500 to play sports. Some guys was making $5,000 for the whole year. Some of these guys had regular jobs. Now you have a generation where they're making more money now. But it's based around popularity, and not only that. But this is what he said, though. I want you to explain it. This explains everything I see in every sport, including boxing the most. Now, this is a basketball fan talking about just sports in general and everything that's going on. But this made me understand everything. I'm gonna read this real quick because I'm gonna have to go in a minute. He says this is not just an on the court thing. This is life, period. Wisdom has been canned and foolishness exalted, which means foolishness has been like people like the dumb shit, bro. Let's just keep it real. And chaos is now celebrated. And when the wise speak for improvement purposes, they are shunned and attacked based on feelings and emotions. And it doesn't help when many of the experienced nothing but old fools who impart foolishness to become in sync with the chaos. So it's people who know better doing dumb stuff so they can fit in with the dumb stuff that's already going in because it's cool. So at the end of the day, when you see a guy like this celebrated in boxing with all the stuff that goes on, and people are saying that he's possibly pound for pound, this is a sport that won't be taken seriously in this generation. I don't care how much people love boxing. It won't be taken seriously by the masses. It will not. As each day goes by, and more guys like Teofimo open their mouth, and the more interviews a guy like this gets without actually proving himself in the ring to be the best. Alberto Puello right now currently has a better resume than Teofimo Lopez currently. I can make a case. And people will say, why would you say that? He dropped Sandor Martin dropped Teofimo Lopez twice. It made him look like nothing. And Puello just went in there and had a better fight. And guess what people said? Oh, I thought Puello lost. If you thought Puello lost, what did you think about Teofimo when he fought Sandor Martin? If you thought Puello lost, dude lost to Cambosis, man. How many wins is gonna get you? How many? He need a lot more wins than Josh Taylor and Lomachenko for me to overlook. Oh boy, nah, that's definitely cap. What? We overlooking that? That's insane to me. We overlooking that. And the man got dropped twice. He really lost that fight. They talking about split decision. And Teofimo Lopez got dropped twice. Man, this is crazy. The man got dropped in the fight. Listen to this. He got dropped in the fight. I think he got dropped twice. They gave this man Teofimo Lopez rounds 1, 2. No, they gave him round 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? A judge gave Teofimo Lopez 8 rounds versus Sandor Martin. 8 rounds? This man got dropped twice in that fight, and they gave him 8 rounds. They said that man won 8 rounds. So think about this. They said the only round that Sandor Martin won in that fight that wasn't a knockdown was only 1 round. He only won 2 rounds. But this man be like, man, you can keep the black fighters. Bro, you're horrible, bro. And the fact that the people be caving for you like that, this nigga's trash, man. For real. Sandor Martin, Kambosos, Claggett. Man, it ain't no hope, man. It ain't no hope, man. Bro, skills don't pay the bills no more, bro. You gotta have a personality. Or this dude don't even got no personality. You gotta be on some anti-hate kind of stuff to really win these days, bro. The skills don't even matter, bro. They already done put some boxers in Times Square that they don't even know how good they is. I mean, Boston Cook, bro. People don't even know how good Ryan Garcia is. Think about that. How you talk about a dude for a whole year, you don't even know how good he is. Now, I can keep talking about him because I haven't said nothing different than what I've been saying. Everybody else the one switching up. I haven't changed nothing I said about the guy. Or Teofimo Lopez. It's been getting away with a lot of easy stuff, man. Mentioning names. Bro, you gotta realize, Teofimo Lopez naming all these fighters. What black fighters he's fighting, man? This man ain't fighting no black fighters, dog. None, 0. And he stayed getting the pass for it. I feel like a lot of these fighters aren't fighting black fighters on purpose. I feel like the boxing industry doesn't let a lot of these guys fight black fighters on purpose. Maybe that needs to be a video since E-Men and chess position want to come in here talking about black. I ain't saying nothing about black and white all day. But I'm gonna tell you something. As a man, I'm not backing down from no conversation about race. It's people that make billions of dollars talking about that crap every day. Billions of dollars. Just pushing racism. So because the E-Man guy wanted to bring up conversation about race, maybe the next time I do a live, I'm gonna ask all these people why a lot of these fighters why a lot of these fans who bring up racism and where guys is from, why their favorite fighter can't knock out some of these black guys. Maybe I should be talking about that, like Teofimo Lopez or Canelo. Maybe I should be asking that. Or even Ryan Garcia. Maybe I should be asking that question. Since boxing's gonna force this conversation on a lot of us who just want to talk boxing. Well, yeah, force it on me then. Yeah, we definitely gonna see what's going on in the future. So in the future, be expecting a live in very soon. It could be today, tomorrow, whenever, about how because this is a conversation that need to be had. Ain't nobody else gonna talk about it. Everybody else want to tiptoe and man, I don't know, man. I don't know if everybody want to talk about that. Okay, who cares? I can't please everybody. I don't know what everybody want to talk about. I don't know everybody. But if they love the sport of boxing, they'll definitely agree with what I'm saying. If they don't, hey, keep doing what you're doing. It's working. Keep doing what you're doing. It's working. These dudes out here talking bad about Canelo and Crawford fights for a year. They've been talking bad about Canelo versus Crawford for a year. Still, it didn't do good. You just use all your media. You just use billions of dollars worth of media power to talk bad about a fight. Oh yeah, my signal gone, so that's my time. Yeah, the signal going, so you already know that's my time. I'll holler at y'all later on though.